Hey gang, it's still here. You can see that Reejr and I are in this Tier 9 game in our Tier 7 ships. And I know that there's an update tomorrow that will make it impossible for me to record this. So I had to record it right now. It's about, well, as you can see, 1:28 in the morning. Been a very long day, but I wanted to make sure I got this one. Because I think he and I did a pretty darn good job in this game. Alright, so at this point, he and I were chatting about, holy cow, Tier 9 match, some pretty ugly ships on the other side. Definitely reason for concern, and I've been trying to get the win percentage on my Indianapolis up a little bit. It's a pretty squishy ship. Now, granted, when I first got the ship, won it in an event, had no idea how to play it, but at this point I have a little bit more of an idea, and it's certainly not that I'm great in it or anything, but I'm at least not rushing up and getting blapped right out of the gate the way that I did probably the first dozen times I played the ship. Okay, so not only is it a Tier 9 match, but we've got a Tier 8 CV that we have to contend with. So initially, we were talking about what do we do? Well, we can see we've got on the 10 line, you had Benson, Chapayev, Harakaze, Sinop, and Musashi. They're running straight down there, and the enemy CV spotted them right off the bat, and so we know we're going to have some clear sailing on this side, at least as far as their aircraft are concerned. And we were talking about we got to support our Kitakaze, who's kind of out there. So that's it. That's all we're thinking at this point is we're going to try and stay alive as long as possible. I'm looking at the position of the Gneisenau and the Amagi, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm pretty sure where I'm at right now, Gneisenau would still be spotted first. And I don't know how you feel about this map. I really like this map. Gives lots of good angles, places to hide. Obviously, I'm making a little bit better time than Reejr was making in the Lyon back there. Okay, so I am air spotted, and there's a Musashi and a Richelieu, and I'm of course concerned about getting detected, but I also want to try and give our Yugumo what air cover I can, which isn't much. I did manage to shoot down one plane, which isn't too impressive, but then he comes back again. And defensive fire goes to work. Great consumable. Don't always have that kind of success with it, but ended up with a total of 9 aircraft shot down from a Tier 8 aircraft carrier. So Reejr and I were celebrating that right about now.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on
and hopefully Mr. Sirius was relieved a little bit. I know I would have been if I'd been playing that ship. Yeah, you see the comment over there. Notice the position of our Sinop, Chapayev, Harakaze, and Benson at this point. Now that Kiev that's out there, he becomes a pretty important player, at least in my opinion, for this entire game, for the red team. And I just saw an opportunity where I wouldn't be detected and took it. Not a little bit of damage, just kind of a chip shot, but why not? Now at this point, Reejr and I are talking about, okay, probably time to turn around because it looks like Amagi intends to just keep sailing in that direction. And he's going to get caught out there alone. And and Shikaku is probably going to tear him up pretty good. In fact, if memory serves, I tried to urge him to come back this way with the rest of us. I mean, we don't have any camps over there we have to contest. It didn't make a whole lot of sense for me, to me, for him to run out that way that far.
Get back.
And I know that, and I'm certainly not a good aircraft carrier player, but if I were playing the enemy aircraft carrier and I see an Amagi out there on the edge by himself, just like he is, I would certainly be targeting him. And you can see Amagi lost about half his hit points out there. He just ran too far ahead of Gneisenau. And he's not really showing any signs of turning around. So, Reejr and I there's not a whole lot we can do. We're going to go back center. We want to make sure that we don't have an enemy DV that pushes center and caps us out. Which, look at the position of our friendly ships. I think it would have been possible if we had just done nothing. A little more chip damage this time on Musashi. I'm still detected. And look at that, I'm still detected. So we were right to come back center because there is a DV here somewhere. We're not exactly sure where. At this point, I'm saying, Reejr, I hope you're already turning. And he's, yeah, I'm turning. And we got a Musashi here that's just sailing in a straight line. Now, where did the DD go?
Torpedoes, direct front.
There are the torpedoes.
Torpedoes to starboard.
We've got an enemy Gneisenau that's about ready to go down. We've already taken out their Richelieu. And there's Akazuki. So now we have probably found the ship that was targeting us. I got juked. He slowed way down. It happens. And the shells on Indianapolis are a little bit on the floaty side. Oh yeah. Yeah, I imagine you saw that coming. I sure did. Didn't really matter which way I turned. He was going to get me.
Problem solved, sir.
Now at this point, I was probably around this time saying to Reejr, I might go down here. Got a Fletcher there, and Akazuki in the smoke. But I was able to break line of sight. I have to admit, I was hoping to help finish off that guy that just citadeled me for 2/3 of my hit points. Yep, just chip damage. But Reejr's in a good spot. He's angled slightly away, so... Alright, Akazuki is chasing toward our Yugumo. Our Yugumo is hopefully going to be able to get away. Mr. Serious. But, alas, he bites the dust. Yeah, I wasn't at long range. Wasn't even really able to do much damage to the Akazuki that was almost dead. Yeah, Indianapolis, poor thing. All right, so we're down 5 ships. The enemy team is down 4 ships.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
And their Helena's in a really bad way. Okay, so I should be able to fire on him invisibly here. But no, That means that Kiev is out there. I'm being detected, so I need to angle up and see if I can hit the Kiev. Now this is tough, because as you will see, these shells float.
Attention. Reporting a target position. Affirmative.
Well, Harakaze, our friendly Harakaze, he pushed right in front of that Synap, and he's got him on the run now. I was really hoping to get a fire here as he was making his escape. And their Helena has popped back up into vision, so we're hoping somebody get, but they did a good job of using those islands. Argonizanow is not really able to get anybody from there. I mean, he might be able to get a shot on the Balti. Somebody's got him. And down goes the Helena. Thank you, Harakaze. And Reejr's doing a good job out there. We were talking about probably ought to not push in there too much farther. And he was just scaring off the bad guys. Did a great job of angling up and avoiding eating a bunch of damage there from torpedoes. Now I could be shooting at the Kiev, but if I do that, I become visible, and there's the Kiev and Kitakaze. I wanted to err on the side of caution, I guess is basically what I'm saying. I'm headed toward cover. I can't believe I dropped all those shells short, but I think he turned out a little bit. You can see our Yugamo there is saying our base needs help. It's just Reejr and I, bottom tier. And I'm crossing this little gap here thinking, holy cow, I hope that Kitakaze hasn't pushed up and spots me here. Meanwhile, Reejr, our hero, is bravely trying to turn back into being able to get all his guns on somebody if anybody pops up. Okay, Balti just came within my radar range, but of course that means, you guessed it, I am now in his radar range as well. So expect that anytime. There it is. I think I might be in a spot here where nobody's going to be shooting at me, but I am targeted, and then I'm not. So thank you, Musashi, for taking out the Synap, and I'm looking for a way to get shots on Balti, and Reejr and I are talking right now about, okay, we're going to have to coordinate and finish off the Baltimore. I thought Reejr was going to turn and go on the outside of these islands that I'm on the inside of, but he wasn't able to make the turn. But as you'll see, it works out just fine. And now we are down 5 ships. The enemy team is down 6 ships. We have a 125-point lead. And now we can start playing defensively. It's not a zone defense. We're not going to give it away, but we don't have to push, which is a really good thing. Oh, now look at that. We lose our Gneisenau to the Fletcher guns. Each team now down to 6 ships. We do have a points lead. And that, of course, is because we've sunk 4 battleships, which is just worth more points. Now I'm just positioning against torpedoes from the outside. Still waiting on Baltimore. I'm hoping he's going to come across there. Loaded up AP. Reejr, I'm just realizing now that Reejr's on the same side of the islands as me, but although I was thinking he was going on the other side, it worked out great that he didn't. So 5.5 minutes left, and it's still anybody's game. And I'm just about dead. Our Harakaze is just about dead. Kitakaze has got less than half his hit points. And on the other team, Kiev is pretty banged up. Their Fletcher's pretty banged up. They've got, they got some ships that are on the edge too. All right, our CV has found their Fletcher, and he's bringing the planes back. And then we see some smoke.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
So our Shikaku is keeping their Fletcher busy, and there's Kiev. Alright, so I've got the wrong ammunition loaded here. I was hoping to be able to get Balti, but now I'm detected by Kiev, and I'm expecting shots to be coming from Baltimore, which is not, yeah, there he is. I was holding the AP, hoping to get a shot on him, but he did not want to stick his nose out there. And now Reejr's on the outside of the island. And I'm just trying to break line of sight. That's the only reason I didn't fire. Alright. Now I'm asking myself, what's got me detected? Since I was detected, I just went ahead and opened up. He's starting to angle a little bit. Our Harakaze goes down. Our lead drops to about, 25 points, something like that. Balti is raining shells down this way. I'm just trying to get out of harm's way, but I can't resist a full broadside. Although I don't think I made a very good shot here. I think he turned out, and yeah, everything fell short. But he's got his guns aimed a different way, so I'm going to keep going. Our Kitakaze manages to take down their Fletcher, and he's going to get out of my range. Now this, to me, was worth the price of admission of the whole game for me. Kitakaze, right here, in our cap. Reejr coming around an island, and I'm pushing right at him. Got HE loaded. Now he's going to be able to outgun me. I mean, just massively.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
If for no other reason than I was able to juke these torpedoes. But I just don't have the hit points to trade with him. Okay, so at this point I'm thinking, alright, now I can just kind of look over Reejr's shoulder. And at this point I'm saying, okay, Reejr, you got this, buddy. Just nose into him. Try and get him with just your front guns. And if that doesn't work, then you can risk turning and showing some side. And I got to say, Reejr, what a great job you did here. You know, at this point I'm saying, no, straight at the smoke. Straight at the smoke. Don't show side. Just try to get the front guns on him. You might be able to finish him with that. Because, he's already thrown torps out there. Threw torps at me. And he has a pretty long reload period. But I wanted to make sure that if I gave any advice, it was to, again, err on the side of caution. We're low tier. Now, granted, Reejr has a ton of hit points, and he could certainly afford to trade some. But, taking no chances, he wants to make the best use he can of those hit points. So he's just pushing right in. The smoke's dissipating. Any second now, there he is. Kitakaze just popped up. Makes a good shot, but doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of damage. So now he's going to go ahead and turn. Shikaku's also going to try and get on him. And Reejr saves the day. That was a beautiful, beautiful job. And I hope Reejr didn't mind me whispering suggestions in his ear while he was doing that. I couldn't help myself. Alright, so at this point, we've got a pretty safe lead. We've only got 15 seconds left in the game. The ships we have left, really no chance they're going to get sunk. And this one was in the W column. Great job again, Reejr. Really was a fun game. Thanks. And I appreciate you guys watching. See you next time.